Hi everyone, happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Motivational Monday video. This one is not exactly a follow-on from last week's video, but kind of is. So they weren't filmed straight after each other. As you can see, this one was filmed, it was just after Christmas actually, not before. We just still had our Christmas bedding on the bed. And the bedroom had just got away with us. But I still had some of the things from the last video that you would have watched, the last Monday video that you would have watched, where I cleared out some of my wardrobe that was still kind of milling about. And this video started off, it was going to be just a bedroom clean with me. So I just started picking up my side of the bed, pick up any rubbish. I had perfume, books, clothing, washing, etc. Then did the same on Matt's side of the bed. But then kind of realised that I had just a load of stuff out that I didn't want out, and just stuff coming out of my ears. And knew I needed to put some things under the bed, but it was just such a state. So that's what this video evolved into. So please excuse the kind of Christmas decor in the background, the jingle bells, the Christmas covers. I just made some things for my sister, some baby grows, which is why the iron was out. I go out of my way not to iron our clothes. To be honest, I hang things strategically so that they dry well. But firstly, I just picked up anything on the floor that actually wasn't, that was washing. And like I've done so many times before on my channel, I just start making piles of washing on the bed. And I was putting away anything that wasn't washing as I went along. But yeah, the first little thing that you're going to see me doing is just making my piles for the washing machine.
'Cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. Don't you? Boy, just be honest. I know you want it. Put some work into it. 'Cause you know that I'm hard to love. It won't be easy. So don't be lazy. Just give it to me. 'Cause you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love. I'm hard to love.
I always, even though I've started in the bedroom, because I'm making the piles for washing, I always make sure that I go into the bathroom, go onto the landing, anywhere upstairs, downstairs that might have washing that should get piled and piled. Matt and I very rarely do washing in the week. What will end up happening is we'll end up doing one, forgetting about it, and it'll get washed a couple of times and it just ends up being a waste. So that's why it always looks like we have so much washing. She says as she places the biggest pile on the bed. Is there more? There's more. I think there might even be another bit. There is. So you see my face just huffing that there's so much washing. But as I say, we very, very, very rarely do it in the week, and we only had one error at this point. So you could literally only do a load, and then a couple of days later, once it was fully dry, you could get the next load on. We've been a bit better recently, trying to make sure that we're doing washing in the week so that this doesn't happen quite so much. And also we've got 2 errors now, just because when it's things like Matt's jeans, Matt's work clothes, you can only get so much on the error because you need to kind of give it space to breathe. Oh, guess what? More washing. Actually, a lot of this. So this was because we'd gone somewhere just before Christmas, and Matt had pulled out loads of shirts from his wardrobe and wasn't sure which one to wear, but then they ended up getting just stuff shoved on the floor for a while. So although technically they weren't washing because he hadn't worn them, I did end up washing them anyway, because I just thought, you know what, they've been like on the floor for a while now. I'd rather just wash them and know that they're clean. So I did my usual trick. I went and got a load of shopping bags and then just started putting things into bags. So I had that bag, there was sort of greys and things. Then I had a lights bag. I had my washing, my dark washing, which I separated into 2 piles. I can't remember how I separated this, but I did nonetheless, because there was too much here. I think I did all of my leggings and all of my underwear in one, and then sort of tops and pyjamas in the other, if I remember rightly, just because I knew I'd need my leggings and my underwear quicker than I'd need my tops. So yeah, just split that into 2. Then I've got just sort of, I had some greens, blues, jeans, etc. So I just did a load of those, and then this is all Matt's washing old blue towels. So they went in a load. I think they went in first, that's why they went in the wash basket. And then yeah, just separated Matt's stuff into 3 sections, I think, 2 or 3. He had sort of all of his reds in one. Then we had, I put again for him a whole thing of his underwear. I think the pile that I'm putting on the floor is pyjamas, just to kind of see which load ends up being smaller. to know which ones that went in, because the bag to the left is full of his clothes. So then I just separated the pyjamas across the 2 piles there, so it ended up being 2, not 3 loads. And then just took a moment to take all of those bags downstairs, and I literally put them all in the kitchen on this day in literally like a queue, because I was going to try and get through as much as I could. Hang it on doors, hang it on chairs, wherever washing could be, washing was going to be, just to try and get through this. This was, as I say, just after Christmas. It was before I went back to work. It was before I got ill, actually, thinking about it. So this is back when I had, energy to do things. The energy's returned since, but there was a while that I really felt rubbish. But look at the state of under our bed. So it used to be really, really well organised. You can see me putting something on YouTube in the background so that I can feel motivated. This used to be really, really, really well organised, but every time I've put things back recently, I haven't put them back in the bags. The worse it got, the less I did sort things out, and then it just got to a point where absolutely nothing was sorted anymore, and every time I looked for something, I just tipped them out. So yeah, it got really, really bad. So what I did first was take everything out, but as I did so, group things. So behind me I've got my towels, to the right of me I've got blankets and things like that, and fancy dress. On the bed I've got the holiday stuff and formal wear in 2 sort of piles, and then just kind of random stuff all around me. And Christmas to the left. I then got my little hoover, this is before this one broke, and just hoovered out under the bed because it was really dusty. And as you'll see in a bit, even had like some little bits of dog toys that had been chewed underneath. So here I am now, just sorting out this stuff properly. So I've got closest to the bottom of the screen my really sort of formal dresses, like if I was going to a wedding or a christening, those kinds of outfits. Then the blue dress on the left at the edge of the bed, that's where I'm putting anything that I know doesn't currently fit. And then the other pile, the large pile that I'm making, is my summer stuff, because as I say, at the beginning of January or end of December I believe, I definitely did not need any of this stuff out. So yeah, just trying to organise through. And if I did see anything that I didn't want anymore, it was getting piled onto Matt's bedside table. So just before I even put it in, if I knew there was things that I just haven't worn for a while, I was just chucking it there.
Look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers.
Or tell a lie, the stuff that's on the bedside table isn't stuff that was decluttering actually. Some of it was, but some of it was also things that could go into the wardrobe. So that rose dress, because it was winter, I had forgotten that I had that, and it's one of my favourite tops, so that went in the wardrobe, but there were some bits that were being decluttered in there. I next went into the wardrobe and pulled out anything that hadn't been put away after summer this year. And to be honest, I have way too many summer clothes. The bag, you'll see in a bit, gets way too full. But in all honesty, I didn't think that now was the time to declutter, because there's bits that fit me now that I like, there's bits that fit me now that I don't like, and then there's bits that I love that don't fit me. But I don't know what size I'm going to be in the summer. I have been desperately trying to lose weight. I've lost a few pounds, but nothing to write home about. But I didn't see the point in just like in the middle of winter sort of deciding what I'm going to want to wear when the weather's nicer. So I thought that when the winter stuff goes away, I'll only pack away the stuff that I've actually worn this winter, and then be a bit more mindful of the things that I'm pulling out at summertime, and kind of really reflect on, am I going to wear this? I didn't put as much thought into it, packing it all away.
Better get started. It's
time to get my head up again. You said that you had to, I'll try to forget you. Just didn't think we'd end up this way, like strangers again.
I had these plastic toiletry bags that I'd used on school journey, and I decided to use some of them to just store some of the items that were under the bed. So this one here, I've put all my bikinis in, because that's one of the reasons the summer bag was so bad. When we'd put our pool up in the summer, or done something in the summer, gone to the beach, whatever we'd done, I couldn't find my bikinis and ended up tipping out most of the bag. So if I knew that I was just looking for that, it would be a lot easier to find. I've also got way too many summer PJs, but again, they all went in the bag for now. So now we've moved on to the more formal dresses. Again, to be fair, most of these fit me, because most of these have elasticated backs, and that's why I buy them, because then it makes them really, really comfortable to wear all day long. But again, I wasn't as picky with these, putting them away, because to be honest, once I'd taken everything from out of the bed, it just smacked me in the face how overwhelming this was. But there was no other way to do this neatly, because there was no organisation whatsoever. Whereas now that this is done, I could take this bag out at some point and just go through this one and this one alone. But looking at the pile that was all around the bedroom, I didn't have the brain power or the capacity to make every single decision that I would need to on this particular day. And to be honest, the majority of these dresses I absolutely love. So there are very few that I would probably have got rid of anyway. But yeah, that might be a job that I'll do one weekend. Just take out this one individual bag and probably try things on as well, because sometimes you feel like something fits, but then you put it on and it fits differently to what you imagined, or you just don't like the look on you anymore, and your taste change. Like this apricot dress my mum gave me, it's too big for her, it's too small for her, it was too big for me, and it was too long for me, but I thought, I'll probably take it in, but I need to put it on and think, is it worth me doing that? This outfit here is an outfit that I bought in Berry, which is absolutely beautiful, but it comes with this really massive petticoat. So I managed to get the petticoat in, but I have another one of those dresses that I bought recently. It's going to need another one, so I need to think of a slightly better storage. Now these are all of the dresses that you saw in the last video, on that left hand side. Those are the ones that don't fit me currently, so I've just put them to one side, and I'm making a bag of bags, because I do love my backpacks. I love having different outfits. I was obviously really hot because I started fanning myself with the fans that I found, but yeah, I just thought keeping all of our toiletry bags, our storage bags all in one place, or any sort of travel accessories like my travel towels, I thought would just be really convenient. So now it was time to do the fancy dress, and I did something very different with this. I organised them into outfits, and I started putting them into the bag, and then I had this brainwave that I could get sandwich bags and organise each outfit into a little sandwich bag, because when we do things like World Book Day at school, excuse me, or Halloween, all those kinds of things, sometimes I know I've got an outfit, and rather than buy a new one, I just dive in here and get the old one out. So I thought if they could be kept in outfits, it wouldn't be quite so messy. So that's what I did. I just grabbed these IKEA bags in different sizes and then put each kind of whole Halloween outfit into the sandwich bags.
We could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time.
You might also notice that I have one that's full of things like ears, hobbit ears, which I used when, or elf ears I should say, not hobbit ears, elf ears that I used when I was Yoda, and also some face paints and things. Some of these costumes I'm not sure that I would wear again, like this elf costume, but again, rather than make those decisions on this particular day, I just bagged everything up, said that that was going to be my container. As long as everything fitted into this storage bag, then I could keep it. And then again, it's another job where I can go in and do, I know some of you said it would be quite good to have some shorter videos mixed in amongst these longer ones, so I'm thinking of doing it sort of a bit of like a game and writing down all the different spaces in my home, including all of these storage bags but as individuals, and then every now and then just selecting a space and going and organising it. So this would be one of the ones. I also have just bought a new outfit because my building, we're going as Matilda, the cast of Matilda for World Book Day this year, and I'm going as Matilda now that my hair is shorter. So my hair's really, really long in this video. This is, so it tells me when I did film this, it was before Christmas, because on Christmas Eve I went and had 18 inches of my hair cut off, and I had it cut off for charity. So my ponytails got sent off to the Little Princess Trust, a 16-inch ponytail to be precise. But that's how I know I was completely wrong with the timings at the beginning of this video. It was filmed just before Christmas because, Christmas Eve, all that hair was gone, so it can't have been after Christmas.
I don't wanna waste my time, so baby we should start living now.
So I did really struggle to shut this summer bag, which tells me it really, really needs a declutter. But I made it work. And then you'll see that I lifted up the bed. My camera placement was terrible at this point. I actually ended up just climbing into the bed and putting the bags right at the back. And they were already pre-labelled, so they'd been organised at one point. I just had to redo it, and then I'm just folding up our beach towels and kind of tucking them in. Again, we've got quite a few beach towels, and I sort of thought, do I need to keep all of these? But there's nothing wrong with them, and it seems silly that if we went on holiday that I'd have to repurchase them. So yeah, we're certainly not minimalists in this house. I just want to get to a more manageable space with our stuff.
I tend to lose my sight. I fade out within the moving lines. But I got time, that's why I'm breathing now. I can see through my feelings now. I can see clear through my mind. And the secret is to shut my eyes, and see through my mind. I can see through my feelings now. I can see clear through my mind.
I think at this point I just felt overwhelmed, and just rested my head against the edge of this and just thought, when will it end? But I just made myself keep pushing through, because who else was going to do it? No, I've got no magic fairy that's going to come and make all of this organised, so I just had to keep on pushing through. And we've got all of this bed in. I did get rid of a couple of sets, but most of it I just kind of folded up, but this time tucked it into the pillowcases and just made better sets so that it was neater. And then you'll see in a little while I ended up with an extra one of those grey storage bags, and then I ended up actually putting all the bedding into it, not because I need to store it, but because it just looked a bit neater, and it was a bit more protected from the dust under there by doing so.
To shut my eyes and see through my mind. I can see through my feelings now. I can see clear through my mind. And the secret is to shut my eyes, and see through my mind. To see through my mind. To see through my mind. See through my mind. was drowned too deep, no strength to fight. 물결 속을 헤매이고 있어.
So the final thing you'll see me doing is just putting away these yellow towels, and I'm really annoyed because I cannot find the finished footage. So I definitely gave you a sort of overview of the room, because what I did off camera is just quickly give it a wipe over and a hoover, and then all I filmed was just the empty bedroom and then the pile of things that were going, and I cannot for the life of me find it. So I hope you appreciate how much better the bed looks. And I promise to make sure that the next video has some satisfying before and afters for you to look at. I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless. I hope it gave you some motivation to get somewhere in your home decluttered or organised. Let me know where you're decluttering or organising at the moment, mostly because maybe there's a space I haven't thought of that I should probably be getting onto. I hope you're all really, really well, and I'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye.